So order of business number one for Diaz was picking a quarterback. N'Kosi Perry had the experience, Tate Martell had all the hype, and neither have a job. Former four-star recruit, redshirt freshman Jarren Williams beat both out in fall camp. But back in mid-December, it looked like Williams might transfer. He was thinking about it, but Coach Mark Richt talked him into staying. What did you say? How did that conversation
I don't
play
know
out?
if it was so much I talked him into staying, but, it was a situation was, have you shown us your best? Have you shown us the very best Jarren Williams possible? And when I say we, have my son John was coaching with me at the time, and he owned it. He says, you know what, I haven't been the best I could be. And I don't think he felt good about it. I think he felt that he wanted to stay with his teammates. So, he changed his mind. He took his name out of the portal. He actually addressed the whole team and was able to say what was on his heart, that he wanted to be there. He wanted to be the leader, and he wanted the guys to understand that he's staying because he loves them as much as he loves Miami. And I think that was a good turning point in his maturity and his acceptance by the team.
How close was he, you think, to walking?
Anytime you put your name in the portal, you're seriously considering it. But there's another interesting thing about Jarren was the recruiting process itself. We had a kid named Arthur Sikowski that was committed to us. We were only going to take one in that class. Mm-hmm. And so as it turned out, he ended up going to Rutgers. And so it was a little bit late getting back on Jarren. But the good news was John and Jarren had a great relationship. He came on an official visit to the Notre Dame game that we played, where everything was just as good as it could be. Game day was there, and I think that really turned him towards Miami and made a difference.
Yeah, no question. Okay, you guys wrapped practice recently. Why do you think it wound up being Williams at the end of the day?
Yeah, I think, just what Miami was looking for was a guy that can orchestrate the offense and throw the ball. I think obviously Tate and N'Kosi were much better athletes, runners. But Williams can spin it, man, and that's just what I saw from him. Decision-making, just being calm in the pocket, and really just seemed to have command of the offense.
Exactly. I mean, all his reads were very clean. He was extremely accurate. This guy being a redshirt freshman, he has a ton of upside. He has a new coach and Dan Enos. Some of the things that he was teaching him reminded me of some of the things that Jimbo Fisher taught us as quarterbacks when I was at Florida State. So he was harping on the details, making sure every single route was ran the exact same way, making sure the quarterback's footwork was tight. I loved how they warmed up. Just everything looked very professional, if you would say. So I think that Jarren's going to have a great season.
Was there any sense leaving there like this is definitely the guy? Like, did you leave having a good idea?
Sure, I thought so. I mean, to me, I think it's really about the leadership as well. Just some of the conversations he was having with his receivers and making sure everybody was on the same page, even calling out some checks at the line of scrimmage with his protections and things like that. Extremely clean. And when I left, I was impressed.
Absolutely. And I think when you look at a quarterback, the two biggest things are confidence and command of the offense. And I think that's what we kind of walked away with and saw, and he had it.
Yeah, the thing you mentioned yesterday, too, about him coming in on the off day or whatever it was, when there was only a couple guys in the building.
That's that DNA that you need, man.
That's a starting quarterback.
Exactly.
That's what that is.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports and analysis, download the ESPN app, and for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.